Hi, it's me, Daphne. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you about all the books I hope to read in September. Obviously, I'm not at home. I'm actually in a hotel room in London, UK. Yes, that's right. Chase and I are on vacation, and I still wanted to get this video out for you, so I am filming quickly before we run out to dinner. Also, I'm recording the audio on my phone. That's why I'm holding it up like this. Hopefully you can hear me all right. If I sound far away, I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, let's power through this list of books I hope to read. So I'm currently in the middle of a few things that will probably carry over into September. Maybe I'll finish one of them at least. That book that I'm referring to is Powerless by Elsie Silvers. I just started reading this last night and I'm really enjoying it. This is the third book in the Chestnut Spring series. This is between Sloane and Jasper. We've met Jasper before. He is the hockey goalie. He is the honorary brother of the other men in the series. And Sloane is the cousin of that family, like the brothers, not Jasper's actual cousin. And she's like 6 years younger than him. She met him when she was 11 and he was probably about 17. And she's always had a crush on him. Now she's 28. You know, he's older as well, obviously, because that's how time works. He's always kind of like turned her down because of the age gap, I imagine. But now she's engaged to somebody else. Her family's like pretty well off. She's also a ballerina. I'm not that far. I'm like still very early in it, so this isn't spoilery at all. But yeah, she's a ballerina. Her family's well off. She was engaged to this guy that her dad kind of set her up with from a business partner. Like it's his business potential partner's son or something, and they've only known each other for like 5 months, but she was going to marry him. Drama. She's not in love with him. She's still in love with Jasper. And Jasper's starting to feel protective of her. And he's like, this isn't right. Why am I having all these feelings for her all of a sudden? I will help her any way she needs if she doesn't want this marriage. And he helps her become like a runaway bride. So that's where I'm at. That's not a spoiler at all. That's kind of like what you know going in to the book anyway. So excited to continue that. And it's so nice to read like a book that I can really get absorbed into again. I had a few duds in a reading vlog that I finished filming like last week, but I haven't posted yet. Anyway, so if I finish Powerless, I'll go into Reckless, which is the fourth book. I don't exactly know who this is about. It might be between Winter and somebody else. I have no idea. And Winter is the sister of the girl Summer. What great names for sisters in the first book. I think that's maybe right. And if it's wrong, I'm sorry. I'm not going to check. Actually, maybe I'll check. Give me a second. I checked. It is Winter and this guy named Theo. I have no idea who Theo is, but I'm excited to find out. Maybe they'll come up in the book I'm in the middle of right now. Next, I'm also currently in the middle of The Ministry of Time. I have a Book of the Month copy. I started it at home. It's in that vlog that I started last week, but I didn't have time to finish it before I left for this trip, and it's only okay right now. So I plan to finish it in September. It is a story about a woman who works for the government, and the government is doing this like stealing people from time thing to see how time travel works and like what effects it has on humans. They like took people from history that were going to die anyway, and our main character is paired up with this like old-timey sailor. I think he's from maybe like the 1800s or so. I forget. He was like trying to find the Arctic pass type thing. I don't know, like a pass through Canada. And he got stuck in the ice and his team all died. And not really a spoiler, but anyway, it's only okay. We'll see how it goes. I'm really excited to see if there's any like major twists that come out of it. Next, I have a book with me, and that is The Sundown Motel. So I have to read this for my book club with my friends in New York City. This is like a spooky, maybe thriller-esque vibe. I'm literally only a couple pages in, like 5. And I had this book out by my bedside here at the hotel, and the hotel left me a bookmark, which I thought was so funny. I'll show you a close-up picture of it. Yeah, I thought that was really thoughtful and super funny. They really pay attention to the details here. Don't know too much about it, but that's fine. Okay, looks like there's a time jump. Upstate New York, 1982, and then upstate New York, 2017, about two different women. Maybe their stories kind of overlap. The little bit I've read, which is like 5 pages, a woman has been murdered and her body was left out on the side of the road. And the hotel that this woman, Viv from the 80s, the Sundown Motel, she is very scared working at this hotel. She's only like 20 years old, but she's been like working the night shift for a couple months. And she's like, spooky things are always happening here. I don't know what those spooky things are yet, but I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. So hopefully it's fun. The writing style is really good so far. Next, I'm also in the middle of, I'm in the middle of a lot of books that will be carrying over into September that I didn't talk about in August, I don't think I talked about like any of these books except maybe Powerless. And that book is The River Serpent by Emily Saunders. I'm not super 100% sure how to pronounce her last name, but this is a fellow content creator. She used to post like booktuber, like regular booktube videos. She's Australian. I've been on a couple lives with her as a colleague and booktube internet friend, and she published her debut as an indie author. So I know my other 2 friends were ARC readers for it, and I wanted to give it a try. So I'm in the middle of that. I don't think I will rate it just because it's somebody I know and this is their debut. Excited to see where the story goes. I'm very early days in it. We like just had our like kind of first meeting of both of the main characters. So yeah, we'll see like what the plot is about. The back doesn't really give a lot. It seems kind of mysterious. And the writing style is all right. You can tell that it's a debut and she's still working on developing her craft, which honestly is amazing. Good on you. I can't write anything. That sounds terrifying. To put yourself out there like that is really like commendable. So very proud of her, publishing her first book. The only thing I know about that is that it's fantasy romance and it does get spicy. So we'll see how everything unfolds. Next, I really want to see if I can make time for Quicksilver, which is like the trending fantasy romance book of the moment. I think there's like alchemy involved, fae, portals. The main characters like need each other like to like achieve their ends for some reason. And it's a longer book. I think it's like over 500 pages. But I've seen a handful of my fellow romance readers really enjoy this book. Some people really didn't. So I'm excited to give it a try and be on top of the trends for once. And then for the last 2 slots in this, I want to do something fun. So for the first pick, I want to randomly select a KU book that I already have downloaded on my Kindle. And then for the second pick, I want to randomly select a KU book that's in my saved list on Amazon. So I have 19 books out on my Kindle right now, and I can take out 20, so it's perfect. So let's do a random number generator to select the first book that's already on my Kindle. Okay, we're trying to figure out how to generate a random number 1 through 19. Oh, and it's 16. So we'll figure out what 16 is in a second. I want to give Chase's phone back. I'm borrowing it. I've got a lot of phones. And then the next one will be number 31. So 16 and 31. Thanks, babe. Oh, sorry. Let's see what those books are. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. Is that right? 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. Oh, gosh. So the book I selected for the one I already have on my Kindle downloaded is Dustwalker by Tiffany Robert. I really like this writing duo, though I feel like some of them are more successful than others. This one is like a sci-fi, maybe romance with like robots. A robot searching for a purpose, a woman who brings him to life. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's maybe long. Yeah, it's almost 500 pages. So I'll give it a try. Tiffany Roberts can be really fun. And sometimes they go a little heavy on like the politics stuff that I'm not as interested in. But for monster sci-fi romances, I'm here for a good time. And then the other book I selected, let's see what that is. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 31. Is this the first book in a series? All right, the book I selected is Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer, a grumpy sunshine hockey romance, book 1 in the Vancouver Storm series. This must have been recommended by a romance booktuber because I don't really remember specifically this one. There's a lot of hockey romances that are like going around. He's the hot, grumpy goalie I had a crush on in high school, and now I'm his live-in assistant. Beneath his Shirleyness, though, Jamie's surprisingly sweet and protective. He could break my heart, but it might be worth it. So that's all I really need to know. I gotta hurry up and get ready for dinner. So that is my TBR. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. And obviously it helps out my channel. And I will catch you in another video. Bye.